Today, we take a look at my concert ticket collection, part 2. Let's check it. After overwhelming support and a bunch of views on a video I didn't think would get any views at all, you guys wanted me to finish up my concert ticket collection. I have a book that has a bunch of concert tickets in it, which we'll get to in a minute. Without further ado, let's just jump back into where we left off. If you didn't see part 1, go to part 1. I saved the wristbands and press badges and tickets to every single show that I've ever went to since I was like 14 or 15. So let's jump into it. So, pick up where we left off. We left on this page when we were in Canada, and now we're over here, back in the U.S., back in Pittsburgh. First up is the X-Fest concert series, which I don't think Pittsburgh puts on too much anymore. If they do, it's few far and in between. Hope they pick it back up. This was to the Chevy Amphitheater, R.I.P. Chevy Amphitheater, with Taking Back Sunday, Angels and Airwaves. This ticket I actually got signed by Tom DeLonge from Angels and Airwaves. It was cool. They were there was a band before them. I think it was Unwritten Law that was playing, and they were just hanging out in the back behind a table, and then suddenly just a crowd of people bombarded the table, and they decided to sign a bunch of stuff. My buddy Tom got his shoes signed by them, his Macbeth shoes. If you don't know, Tom owns part of Macbeth. What's next? I'm going to go left to right and page to page. This is the Vans Warped Tour 2011. I have so many Vans Warped Tour tickets that a lot of these ended up blending together, and I can't really remember any Vans Warped Tour other than like the first 1 or 2 that I've been to and like last year. So, forgive me for forgetting who the hell played, but here's the Vans Warped Tour ticket. The 4-Chord Music Festival. This is put on every single year by my good buddy Rishi from the band Eternal Boy, and this year is the 4th anniversary of it. The starting line, state champs, and more. The more, I believe, were Anti-Flag, Hit the Lights, Aaron West and the Roaring Twenties, I want to say. It was a good show. It's a good show every single year. He pulls the best of the best nostalgic pop-punk bands like The Starting Line and Hit the Lights to up-and-coming bands like Themselves and Keep Flying. I love talking to those guys up any chance I get, both Eternal Boy and Keep Flying. So check those bands out. I'm not going to take this out because it's really faded. I don't know what it is. This is a Gene the Werewolf show. And this is a Gene the Werewolf show. And this is a Gene the Werewolf show. I've went to a lot of Gene the Werewolf shows. Gene the Werewolf is a diamond core band. Why are they diamond? That's the hardest rock. Hardest rock. They're a diamond core band from Pittsburgh. And I've seen them at the Hard Rock Cafe. I saw them. This was an after party after Punchline played. Bellin, who is Gene the Werewolf, used to play guitar in Punchline. This other show is kind of very memorable. This other Gene the Werewolf show right here at the bottom. It was MC Lars and Gene the Werewolf at Garfield Artworks. And Gene the Werewolf and MC Lars bought me my first shot, my first legal shot on my 21st birthday at a bar right next door. It was awesome. It was like the first time I paid money for a ticket to go see a hip-hop group. MC Lars is more of a hip-hop, punk rock infused sound. If you don't know who MC Lars is, check that out as well. I have a lot of MXPX tickets coming up here. I should just say I have 2 MXPX tickets coming up, but I've seen them more than once, more than a couple times. This was a memorable one. It was MXPX in Elkins, West Virginia. They played for the college there in Elkins. And why this one's so memorable is because I got to sing on stage with them, and it blossomed a friendship between us. Some girl, they had a karaoke contest, and you submitted a song online. You got to sing from a collection of their songs, and if you were good enough, they picked you, but you had to submit your song online. The girl who submitted her song and won never showed up. So they're like, if Katie doesn't show up by the next song, who wants to sing? And I was like, I'll be Katie. And I ended up singing with them, got a t-shirt, got to hang out on the tour bus that night. The very next night they played in Pittsburgh, which is not this show right here. It's somewhere else in the ether. But this show right here was no, this was a show. No, it wasn't. Sorry, I'm wrong. This was a couple years prior. But the very next night they played in Pittsburgh with Chiodos and Drop Dead Gorgeous, which was weird because MXPX was on that. But I guess it was a Tooth and Nail tour, something like that. Speaking of Tooth and Nail tour, here's another Tooth and Nail tour right here with the Classic Crime, The Fold, Sullivan, and Run Can Run. I was showing at MXPX this time I had to have like all of their merchandise, so I bought their belt buckle, which is pretty hefty, pretty hard. It has it's the Spike Kid and has the spikes on it, and I always stab my stomach because I'm fat when I wear it. That show was really memorable. Like I think 12 of us went to that show. Like all of us who were like, I got everyone around me into that band, and we're all gonna go see the band. We got the Vans Warped Tour in 2008. I can't recall that show at all. Honestly, can't recall it. I just know that I went to a lot of shows around that time. Probably why they blur all together. This is the Vans Warped Tour show from here. This ticket's real rough. This one's not. This is from the 2013. Or no, they're wrong. This is from 2013. This is from 2011. I'm just wondering why they're... Maybe it's because they're under Live Nation or something. The tickets are a different color. I don't know. Anyway, going across. Angels and Airwaves at the Newport Music Hall in... I think that was in Ohio. If it's the Ohio one where we saw Angels and Airwaves, me and my buddy Rob that went there. And what happened was we parked our car during the week that Obama was... Yeah, this is in 2008. This is... we parked our car the week that Obama was there on his campaign trail, and it ended up getting towed because 20 feet in the air on a pole was a sign that said, violators will be towed at expense of owner's cost. It was really annoying because I really had to poop. The Newport Music Hall did not have any toilet paper. A lot of flyers, but not a lot of toilet paper, because we went to a Chinese place and got really drunk before we went to the show, which is the only time to go. That's the only way to go to a show. I would say. Just kidding. Put on by WXDX, Angels and Airwaves, The Sounds, and Envy on the Coast at the Ice Garden Arena. The Ice Garden is kind of cool. The first time I ever went there was when I was like 12 with my grandpa. He took us to see ECW. Front row tickets. Had no idea what the hell we were getting into until they started throwing chairs into the ring, and we're like, oh shit. And that got me hooked into ECW. ECW wrestling. But this is the first time I heard the Sounds live, and they're really good. I don't know if they're still together anymore. My girlfriend at the time was really into Envy on the Coast, so she was really stoked to go. Angels and Airwaves was a bonus. I think it was like the fourth time I saw Ava. Not to be confused with my daughter, that'd be weird. But Angels and Airwaves, AVA, that year. So let me get it. Warped Tour, I think they played Warped Tour that year. Not 100% sure. Thought we talked about that one. This is another one from the Newport Music Hall. I have Rob's ticket. Don't know how. I have to give that back to him at some point. Van Halen at Post Gazette. This one and this one are the same ticket. These two tickets right here are the same. And what happened is we got general admission, and this was like pre-having a cell phone for internet service and pre-having it for emails or social media and stuff. Everyone just had a flip phone. So they would go around and write your name on a thing and throw it in a vat. And then later on you'd show up at a said time, and they would like it's like a raffle. They would raffle your name off, and if you won, you got better seating or a T-shirt or meet the band, whatever it was that they were. And my girlfriend at the time, Jess, put our names in this, and she won a bunch of tickets for us to sit up front closer to the band. It was VIP seating, which was really cool. Nowadays, what happens is you just go to a show, they get your email address, they put your email address in something, and then later on you get an email notification like, hey, you want to meet and greet with the band, show up backstage at a certain time. Oh, technology. Social Distortion, I saw them twice. I saw them more than twice. I can't say that, but this is 2 tickets I saw them at, once in 2011 and once in 2005. 2005 one was awesome. It was the first year I saw them, and it was My Chemical Romance and Sum 41. Sum 41 never showed up, so I think Unwritten Law played that show, which really got me into them. I'm probably confusing that with the Angels and Airwaves show, but c'est la vie. Anyway, the first time I saw Social D live, I love them so much. I just try to see them every time they come to town. I saw them again in 2011. This one was really memorable because, again, we took 4 carloads of people with us, and I impromptuly, which is not a word, I just had LY at impromptu. I saw My Chemical Romance 3 times that year. First with Green Day, second at the Warped Tour that year, and then again with Social D. Let's see what we got. A lot of Vans Warped Tour ones coming up. We got Vans Warped Tour in 2005, which again, that's where I saw My Chem. A lot of bands on this. This is like a prize possession ticket of mine. The 2005 Vans Warped Tour, which, Avenged Sevenfold, MXPX, Fall Out Boy, Atreyu, My Chemical Romance, the starting line. If you think of pop punk from the mid 2000s, whatever band you're thinking of, they were there. That's the only way I can put it. Like, every good band that I grew up listening to was there. And it was so hard to decide what stage to go on. I guess, white people problems. But this was the amazing show, which leads me to wonder why this ticket is so well preserved and all of these other Vans Warped Tour tickets are really fucked up. Warped Tour 2014, I don't even remember who played this. I really don't. I just remember it was one of the first years it was presented by Journeys and not Vans. But I guess Vans still sponsored, whatever. Vans Warped Tour 2008. Look how faded this 2008 one is compared to the 2005 ticket. Yellow, white. This one I don't really remember. It's kind of messed up. This one well preserved. I don't even want to take that one out. This one right down here, directly below it, I want to say was signed by someone because there's a giant smudge on it. I know you can see the giant smudge, but I'm just trying to figure out who signed this. Warped Tour 2014. Whoever played 2014 that I was really big on probably signed it. I don't know. I used to just carry a pen or a marker and my ticket around and just have bands sign them all day long. My brother did the same thing with an iPod until Shelly's brother stole the iPod out of my car. What do we got? Another Warped Tour 2008. These two are the same. I think I have either my mom or someone else's ticket, but I always used to save everyone's ticket. This is parking. They used to have VIP parking, which we got for free that year, which was in... There's no date on it. So one of those years we got free parking. These two look the same, but they're not. This is actually from Rush. This is Rush 30th anniversary tour. They played 31 songs. They were the only band to play. It was amazing. The first time I saw Rush, it just sucks. I mean, it doesn't suck. I guess they're done. They've played for a billion years at this point. They've toured forever. I saw them here with my buddy Rob. We used to go to a lot of shows together before work and life got in the way. We still go to shows every once in a while, I guess. This is another one, Rush. This was 2004. This is 2007. Nothing really special about that one, but they did play another 30 songs, 35 songs. They had their cover album on that show. It was awesome. my brother's band, Hey Compadre, which they're not together anymore, but they used to play a ton of shows. They used to like pretty much have a packed crowd for every single show they played. They're a really unique sound. Sucks they're not playing anymore. I wish I'd do something again. The Swellers, my old band, Half Past Yesterday, played this show with the Swellers, and this was right before they got signed to Fat, and blew up. We were asked to play this with the guys. This one is Spontaneo and Barely Blind at the Smiling Moose. I don't know if we played this show or not, honestly, because we used to play a ton of shows with both of those bands, especially Barely Blind. Every time they'd come to town, we'd end up playing a show or two with them. Punchline at Diesel, we played that with them. I'm not sure. I know Barely Blind was on that show, but I don't think Hawthorne Heights would have been on that show too. I'm not sure. That might have been another Punchline show. I don't remember which one we played with them, but I know one of them there was Hawthorne Heights and Punchline were on a show. So long ago, forever ago, it feels like 2009, 2008. Another Warped Tour. This is 2007. I remember that was the year AFI was huge. AFI played that year. Was when Miss Murder came out. That was one of the like highlight bands we had to see. And I got water thrown at me. Good times. Another Vans Warped Tour from 2012. Is that right? 2012. Yep. Tickets were smaller then. That's weird. Anyway. Nothing really memorable. 2006, that one was memorable. I remember 2006's Vans Warped Tour. That was another year where a lot of big bands played, and that was also the year I graduated. Like, since 2005, I've been going. We're towards the end of it, and these ones right here are basically just... I should reorganize these a little bit better, actually. These are... Right here are some shows that I used to play, some Battle of the Bands with my band Skyline Heartbeat. We did another show here. This was when I saw Avengers Endgame out in California. I don't know why I saved that, but it's Endgame, man. It was awesome. We played another show, Pittsburgh. There was like 400 bands in 5 days. We played that show. It was pretty rad. And then these last ones are the Back to the Beach Fest in Huntington Beach, California. Day 1 and Day 2, I interviewed Hey Ferris. Stave Ferris and the Drowns for that, and got press. It was awesome. Me and my buddy Todd went. I crashed at his place in Pasadena for a few days. It was amazing. And then Falling in Reverse at Stage AE, they toured with Ice Nine Kills, and I interviewed that band. All those interviews are up, as well as this last one, which was Simple Plan and Punchline at Slippery Rock University. Went up there, and my good buddy Chris Fafalius got me press passes. He's the bass player from Punchline, to interview that band. These are wristbands that I've saved, and I can't tell you where the wristbands came from, except for like this one says Warped Tour. This one says the Smiling Moose, so I'm gonna guess it was a show at the Smiling Moose. This one I do remember because it was the first press badge I got with my name, or my first wristband thing I got with my name on it, and this was from the Warped Tour last year. These are my press badges. The Back to the Beach Fest Day 1, Back to the Beach Fest Day 2, from that show out in California. They give you like these, they're like vinyl, and they stick on there. You put them on your clothes or on a backpack or something, probably like on your shirt or on your pants, just so they security can see that you're allowed here. If not, then you better have some explaining to do. This was for the Ice Nine Kills Falling in Reverse show. First for that, this is the one that Chris got me for Simple Plan. I interviewed bands for all of these ones. Punk and Drublic Fest, I did in Pittsburgh, which was amazing. I have a feature on that out. And Whitechapel with Chelsea Grin, I had press for that. I didn't interview any bands for that show, but it was just awesome to be above the, security gate and not get kicked in the head every 5 seconds, and be able to take some pictures and just enjoy the band. And I did a review on that as well back when it came out in November. Another press badge for Punk and Drublic. Shelly went with me. She typically goes to all the shows. And these two I kind of stuck in here just because I got this at Disney World on the Aerosmith ride. And then this one was the 2015 Vans Warped Tour. I went with a friend named Stacy who got the badges for that. It didn't allow you backstage or anything, but it was still cool to have this laminate. I think we're going to get a laminate again this year. Not sure. But these are my tickets for now. I'm probably going to reorganize these in the future. So I might do a part 3 once I get about 10, 20 more tickets, which should be at this rate about a month or 2. But these are my tickets so far. I'm probably going to reorganize them, put the Warped Tour tickets in order, the Social Detour tickets in order, try to find everything and put it either alphabetically or yearly. Alphabetically yearly. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put everything by their year and then alphabetically. This was kind of thrown together for me just to get tickets out of a box that were all wrapped together with a gum band. Gum band. If you know where I'm from, put that in the comments below. Also, I'll link up stuff to some of these interviews that I've done. And that's it. At the front of this, I have my transfer tags for when I fly and travel, and some cool cards like this right here from the Pick It Up movie premiere. That's it, guys. Thanks for supporting this video. I didn't think that anybody would be into me putting tickets online, showing my ticket collection, but this is rad. I can't wait to get more and show you guys. Let's roll the outro. That's all I got. Thanks. Hey guys, now that we're at the end of the video, thank you for commenting, and subscribing. You can check out daily blogs on thePopPunkDad.com, which features daily reviews and interviews from awesome bands. Head on over to the Pop Punk Dad official merch shop where you can buy cool things like that right there. It helps the channel out and lets me know that you love me. I have a weekly podcast called the Pop Punk Dadcast, which is on SoundCloud and iTunes now. Please subscribe. While you're at it, cruise around and check out other content on this channel. You can check out all my social medias, my IG, my FB, and my Twitter, at the Pop Punk Dad. And above all else, guys, stay pop punk. Later.